We are back with another roster update, June 11th. We're already seeing Jacob deGrom get upgraded, Acuna, Garrett Cole, Tatis, Arenado, Bauer. No overall changes. But we're just going to have to wait and see what attributes got changed on these cards. Starting off with starting pitchers, Jacob deGrom. You guys have already seen him. +7 to his hits per 9, +3 to his Ks per 9, +3 to his walks per 9. I wonder if they gave him outlier. Hope they did. But he's up to a 95. Unbelievable. Garrett Cole, he gets some walks per 9, but he loses a hit and Ks per 9. Max Scherzer gets a +1. Hits and Ks per 9 goes up. Trevor Bauer gains some hits per 9, but loses just a tad of strikeouts and walks. Corbin Burns, +2. It's up to an 88. Big +8 to the hits per 9. Woodruff, +4, up to 96 hits per 9. Gets a little bump everywhere else. Yu Darvish gets +1s to hits and walks per 9, but loses 2 to strikeouts. Kershaw loses a tad on the hits per 9, remains an 86. Walker Buehler, +1. He gets some stamina. Hits per 9, walks per 9, loses some strikeouts per 9. Kevin Gossman, brand new diamond, one of, we're seeing 3 right here. There are a couple more guys, I believe, but Gossman gets a big bump. Stamina gets increased. Tyler Glasnow, finally a diamond. He gets stamina increase as well. Lance Lynn, +4 to the hits per 9. They finally bump him up. Joe Musgrove, 84 overall, barely missing out. Seems like he will be next. Same with Shohei Ohtani. They get a bunch of upgrades to the hits, walks, and strikeouts per 9. Shohei, he gets a new pitch. Shohei Ohtani gets a 5th pitch. He gets hits per 9, Ks per 9, home runs per 9. We are going to go take a look at that right now because I am intrigued. Starting pitchers, Shohei Ohtani. Angels, what did he get? He got a cutter added to his card. His hitting attributes, they're still amazing as always, but getting a cutter is awesome. I gotta tweet this out real quick. Hold on. You guys are seeing me live tweet this. Gets a cutter. Technically not live tweeting because this video is going to be out after, but he gets a cutter. That is great. He's going to be a great budget guy to have on your team still. Where were we? Shohei Rodon gets a +2. He's up to an 83. Pluses everywhere. I like seeing that. Strasburg with a -2, no longer a diamond. Freddy Peralta, +8 to his hits per 9. He just does not have the stamina, but if he does get a stamina increase, he could be diamond at some point. Aaron Nola, -1. Lamet, -2. Stamina's hurting him because he doesn't pitch too long anymore. Urias remains the same. John Means, +1. Hyunjin Ryu, -1. Barrios, he gets a just +2 to walks per 9. We get a new gold with Chris Bassett and Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray with a +10 to walks per 9. Sandy Alcantara, he's close. Max Fried, no longer a gold. And that's what we have for starting pitchers. I've already spent way too much time on starting pitchers. Devin Williams, no longer a diamond. Same with James Karinchak. They both get decreases to their hits per 9 and walks per 9. And Williams loses 1 to his Ks per 9. Chris Martin loses some strikeouts per 9, but gets some hits per 9 and some walks per 9. This is a great BR card. Trevor May, no longer a gold, down to a 79. Same with Andrew Miller, no longer a gold, down to a 78. Ryan Tepera gets a +3. He's up to a 77 now. Emilio Pagan loses some walks per 9, but gets bump ups in hits and Ks per 9. Craig Stammen loses some hits per 9. That's where we are going to leave this for now. Liam Hendricks, he gets a +2. He loses some of the stamina, But he gets hits per 9, loses just 1 strikeouts per 9, and gets 4 walks per 9. Craig Kimbrell barely missing out on Diamond. He's an 84. Edwin Diaz +1 to an 83, despite losing a hits per 9 and 2 strikeouts per 9. Taylor Rogers gets a couple attributes flipped. Marcelo Iglesias close to a gold, but he barely misses out. Same with TJ Antone. Presley no longer a gold. Jake McGee is close. Move on to catchers. JT Realmuto loses a bunch of lefty attributes, but gets righty attributes added. Salvador Perez loses some righty attributes, gains a bunch of lefties. Yachty gets a +1 bump. Lefty attributes go up +12, the big one, contact versus lefties. Yasmani Grandal gets some power versus righties, gets some contact versus lefties, loses some power versus lefties, and loses some vision. Wilson Contreras loses 7 contact versus righties. Hate seeing that. Gets some lefty pop. Omar Narvaez gets a +2 bump. He's up to a 78. Gets a bunch of righty attributes upgraded with 11 contact and 6 power. First baseman Freddy Freeman loses some contact. He's not hitting so well this year. You got Matt Olson getting a +2 up to an 87. Gets a contact bump. You like seeing that. Loses some power versus righties, but still is 99. Vladdy, he gets a +1 overall. Righty attributes go up a ton. 4 and 5. Loses 2 versus lefties for contact. Yuli Gurriel, brand new diamond, the 4th diamond in this roster update video. +3 to his contact versus righties, +11 to lefties. Max Muncy gains some lefty attributes, loses some righties. Jared Walsh gets power versus lefties, +12, but loses that contact, -12. Jose Abreu -2. Carlos Santana -1. Goldschmidt, he might be Paul Silverschmidt soon. Same with Anthony Rizzo. Get some contact versus lefties, but man, the attributes are going down. Second base, Marcus Semien. They finally changed him to second base. He gets a +2. 1 for the position change. He also gets +7 contact versus righties and +2 for power. Ozzy Albies +1. Barely missing out on Diamond. He just doesn't hit righties, but he's getting those lefty attributes up. Gene Segura, they finally changed to second base. Get some contact versus lefties, loses a little bit of power. No overall change. Jose Altuve up to an 83. Adam Frazier +1. You have Tommy Edman +1 with some attributes shifting from one side to the other. Colton Wong +1. Witt, Stain, DJ LeMahieu. He could go silver soon. He has a bunch of decreases: -3, 12, 7, 9, and 5. David Fletcher no longer a gold. Brandon Lau -1, and we'll move on to third base. Nolan Arenado gets 5 power versus lefties, loses 3 versus righties. Hate seeing that. Jose Ramirez gets some power versus righties, loses it versus lefties. And then Alex Bregman -2, no longer a diamond. Weird. I think he's playing well, but maybe the attribute upgrade or cutoff, they decreased him. Chris Bryant gets a +1, gets power versus lefties, only +2 contact versus righties. He needs to hit better against right-handed pitching. He really does. He has an 800 OPS, for anyone wondering, compared to like a 1200 versus lefties. Eduardo Escobar, brand new gold, +10 and 9 for contact and power versus lefties. Joey Wendell just gets a position change. Gio Urshela, no longer a gold. Evan Longoria is close. Tatis, no overall change, but he gets +3 contact versus righties, loses 14 versus lefties. Discipline goes up 5, and he gets +18 base running aggressiveness, which doesn't really do anything. Carlos Correa, close to a diamond, gets +10 contact versus righties, and gets a little sprinkled in for the contact versus lefties, and then his power. Javi Baez, he gets base running aggressiveness upgrade. He gets 0 attribute change despite losing a bunch of contact. Does base running aggressiveness really do that much? Bo Bichette, 0 overall change, gets plus 10 contact versus lefties. Tim Anderson, no overall change, but loses a bunch of attributes. Brandon Crawford, plus 3, back in that gold range. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, plus 1. Jose Iglesias, we already know. Left field, Juan Soto gets some power versus lefties, but loses the same amount for the contact. Christian Yelich, he could be going gold soon. He got just decreased so much. Minus 15 and minus 11, minus 6 for the power. JD Martinez remaining in 83, gets some attributes shifted around. Jesse Winker gets plus 6 and plus 7 for contact and power versus righties. This is the guy you want on your bench over the player of the month if you want to just strictly use him as a pinch hitter. Randy Arozarena, no overall change. It does, base running aggressiveness, you can't see it right now, but look at this. Plus 14, but he loses a bunch of contact and power. I don't get how you don't lose an overall. Why is that weighted so much? Tyler O'Neill, a brand new gold. Brantley and Alvarez, minus 1s. Mark Hanna, plus 2. Center field, Ronald Acuna, they give a little bit of a righty bump. Plus 4s to contact and power versus righties. Starling Marte, close to diamond, 84 overall. You got Ketel Marte, close to diamond as well, 84. Alex Verdugo gets a bunch of attributes shifted around. Cedric Mullins, very close to becoming a gold. Got a plus 4 bump, bunch of contact increase. We will see if he gets there eventually. And then finally, we have right field, Nick Castellanos. No overall change, but he gets contact boost. He loses a little bit of power versus righties. Nelson Cruz loses 8 contact versus righties, loses a little bit of power, down to an 81. Kyle Tucker, it's a plus 1 bump with a bunch of attributes increasing, including plus 9 to contact versus righties. Joey Gallo remaining in 81. He's down to 27 contact versus righties. That is crazy. Adolis Garcia gets a plus 1 bump. Randall Grichuk is a gold, plus 3 to contact and power versus righties. And then you got Hunter Renfroe, who's kind of close. Will Myers, no longer a gold. And that is going to do it for this roster update. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you click that thumbs up button. Best way to show support, hit that subscription button if you're new. Enjoy the content. This is Sealy, and I'm out. Peace.